What's going on? It is your boy. It is Mr. D.R.E in the building, and welcome to Grown and Throwed Off. And you know who I got with me. Come on, somebody. Say his name. Say his name. You know what it is.
You already know who in the building, man. You
Hey.
already know. The boys are back on that corner one more time, man. You
Them
know
corner
back here to
boys.
give you that good five.
Okay, listen. For those that don't know this, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this announcement. The show has already started. We've been on this show for about 30 minutes now. And you know what? I'm not even gonna go into a formal introduction. We got to get back into this talk, okay? We gonna bring y'all along for the ride because it about to be blows up in here, and I'm not understanding. So, listen. Here's how we started. Before we started, so we was.
It just started before the start.
Yeah, so we was talking about this whole Usher situation. I know this happened last week, and we were going to record last week, but some things happened with family. You know, family come first. Had to take care of some business. Yeah, you know what it is. But so we was talking about family, and we was going to talk about the Usher thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so this video came out with Usher allegedly breaking up another happy home. It was all over the news. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
That
was.
Usher has struck again. And I didn't even know. Now I'm gonna be very transparent. I didn't know he was doing the whole cherry thing. I didn't know that was a part of the show.
Yeah, that's part of the show.
I thought that was just like a special occasion or something like that.
No, that's part of the show.
But this is something he does all the time. So
Yeah.
here it is. This woman is being fed cherries and it blows up. I mean, it was everywhere.
Mhm.
A lot of people made money off this story because
I'm pretty
it was
sure.
everywhere. Apparently, this woman was married and she was getting fed cherries by Usher, and they were saying she was about to pass out. And I saw the video. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
So I saw the video, and I ain't gonna even lie. She was doing the thing, It looked like a staged music video, which it wasn't.
She appeared to be very smitten.
Yeah, smitten. Very, when you have no other words to describe, you just say she was smitten.
Yeah.
It's
She. No, I mean, I'm just trying to keep it clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she appeared to really be
moist.
very, very, very into what was going on.
Yeah. So it blows up, and so it comes out her husband is divorcing her because he never got any affection like that in public.
Yeah.
And so it, like I said, it made all the news and everything else. So fast forward a couple days, and she's on a official news platform. Comes out, she's not even married. She doesn't have a boyfriend. And so how we got on this subject, me and B-Mac got on this subject because we was talking about the whole cyberbullying thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is another discussion. We might get into that a little later. But so
Yeah.
I was talking about how people make up stories and it becomes like the truth to a lot of people. And just based on this situation, you were saying that even if she was married.
Yeah, I don't think the actions would have been no different.
And so my thing was, how can you say that based on something she did as a single woman? You assume she would do the same thing when she's married. Can you please explain that to the audience for me? Because I'm having a hard time.
I just don't think the action would be no different.
So you believe this single woman would act the same way she was acting at that moment if she was married?
Yeah, I feel like there was an opportunity to be in front of Usher, to be smitten all over Usher. And if he dangled cherries in front of her, even as a married woman, she would have still dangled her tongue on them cherries. Just like I'm pretty sure a plenty other married women did.
So nasty just now. Dangled them cherries. She would have dangled them cherries. But so you think, so you believe
Yeah. And women, and honestly, if you looked at that, women would this fake believe husband that doesn't even exist now was shaming this guy for even actually doing such a thing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's being insecure. She's just having a good time. She's just being a woman. But
see,
that's
I
supposed to
can't
be
see
okay. Hey, but that's supposed to be okay because a man is insecure because he don't want his lady being smitten over a celebrity. But since he is a celebrity, it's supposed to be okay. Now, granted, if me or you was to dangle any chairs in front of that lady, she gonna even if she ain't married, she gonna tell us she married.
See, well,
we can't even say hello to women today, and they not tell us they married and don't even be married.
But see, I can't get with that because it's like, you mean to tell me she would be willing to? First of all, okay, let me just say this. I know that there are some trifling women. I know this, but it's hard for me to say every woman would be, if they did that as a single woman, they would do that as a married woman.
Well,
because
I didn't say every woman either.
Because it's Usher.
Yeah, majority though. Yeah, more than not. I guarantee it. I'd be willing to bet everything in my pocket on it.
So okay, well let me ask you this question. So would you who do you find attractive? That's famous.
Old or young, bro?
I mean, if you could have your pick right now.
I just give you a name, for example. Let's just say Rihanna.
Rihanna. Okay, so Rihanna was here right now. Yeah. You would Rihanna could get it.
Can she get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're married to the love of your life, Rihanna says, I want you right now. She can get it. Speaking to the mic.
Man, would I sit here and tell you a lie? She gave me an opportunity and I would not take it. I'd be telling you a lie. I'd tell you if I didn't do it. I'd tell you a lie.
What? So
I'd tell you a lie.
So you mean to tell me
if you tell me right now, if Rihanna came up to me right now and made it to where like, hey, like Brian, I'm gonna give you an opportunity of a lifetime.
She came up to you and was like, why?
And gave me an opportunity of a lifetime that I wouldn't take it, bro. I'd be telling you, I will be lying to you as a straight man and tell you, say, oh man, I ain't gonna do it. Bro, I'll be telling you a lie. I tell you that would be a bold-faced lie. And I couldn't sit here and lie to you in your face, bro. I couldn't sit here and do that.
Bruh. I don't know.
Hey, if I hate you put me on the mic for me to tell you the truth. But if you think I was gonna tell you a lie because I'm on this mic, no, I ain't gonna do that. It would be difficult for me to, bro. Especially if if it was a way for me not to get caught, man. What? It's people man. Bro, I don't know really reality you live in, dog. But what? I be telling you a lie, and I be lying to every listener right now.
Man, listen. For whatever reason, I'm just telling you a little secret. I'm telling the world a little secret. I've always had a thing for Viola Davis. See, I'm more attracted to talent, the art, the subtle things. So, I'm not Beyonce's okay. But I like, first of all, I like dark. But I like Viola Davis. If the opportunity came about, would I do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I like Missy Elliott, but if the opportunity came, I couldn't do it. Like, now if I was single, oh, absolutely. And twice on Sunday, absolutely. But now that I'm married, I couldn't do it. More power to
you one of, I don't know how many other dudes out here on this earth, but
and dog, and just for the people to add some more, context to this. I wasn't no choir boy when I was out there. Like, when I was out there, I was out there. But now that I'm married, I couldn't do that. Nah. But no problem.
I be telling you a lie.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, listen, we got a good show for you on today. By the way, welcome back, my brother. Good to see you again. All right, so listen, we'll be right back with some more, okay? Stay tuned.
Woman is talking, you still in the game. When she goes silent, it's done. So if that woman is still talking and she's still arguing and complaining, we don't like it, but it's a sign that we still in the game. Her silence is louder than her sound. If she telling you that she overwhelmed, that she feels like she about to go crazy, that she feels like she losing, the next thing she gonna do is not tell you nothing. And let me tell you something. If she get quiet, bro,
close to it,
you can forget it. My basketball coach told me, I remember, I was like, bro, he always on me. Like I played D1 ball. I was like, you always own me. He said, Keon, if I stop talking to you, then you in trouble. As long as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to potential. If she say, you know what, don't even worry about it. Bro, you need to go find you an apartment because you're about done.
All right. We are back. We are back in the building, man. Nice little hot start off, man. You know what? I'm going to just have to start pressing record and just let everything ride, and then we just figure it out later.
We did that before.
Yeah. But so listen, man, you brought this story actually to my attention, and I didn't even know about this, but apparently yesterday there was a big school shooting in Texas. Isn't this like the second recent one in Texas?
Too many.
Man, it's getting
one too many.
Exactly. It's just getting.
I mean, it's been plenty of countless shootings throughout the years.
Right.
I mean, just seem to be getting more and more common.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Which is the saddest part of it all.
Yeah. So apparently this happened at Wilmer Hutchins High School, and from what I read, and I just did some real quick reading, from what I read was a 17-year-old was let in the building and just walked down the hall to a group of students and just opened fire and hit 4, and one, a fifth person went to the hospital, not because she was hit, it was a female. Doesn't give any other description or anything. But she was so shaken by what she saw, it triggered, I guess, a severe case of anxiety. And she went to the hospital for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's not normal. That's not normal for kids to see, man. So
it's not. But man, what in the world? Like, okay, so we was talking about this off the air a little bit. What is going on to where kids are now,
resulting to firing the school up, man. And like I said again, we talked about this prior to the show, and it's just like being a expiring parent. I'm not yet there yet, but just being an expiring parent, knowing that, I mean, I would want to send my kids off to school. I would want them to go to a public school. I mean, have somewhat to a traditionally known normal life.
Right.
Even though there's plenty of other ways of going about doing that, but I've only been used to public schools.
Right.
But, due to the significant other, there might be other routes into place where we might be more comfortable going private or
right.
So there's other alternatives, but just just looking at it from a basic standpoint of saying, have kids and going to school, I'll just automatically assuming public school. It's just like, what us as parents would be missing? Like, what signs are we not paying attention to like,
yeah,
since they're happening so frequent, it's just got to be
all
something that we missing. I mean, as parents or as friends or anybody that's close to them. I mean, I'm pretty sure the kid had some kind of friends.
Yeah. And see, and that's the other thing, because when these stories first started coming out, I remember the first one I can remember was Columbine. That was when I was in school. That was, good God, that was 97, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Columbine, and it was, when I say it was everywhere, it was like a national tragedy when this person came in and just shot up the school. Nowadays, it's getting so prevalent to where
Colleges,
it don't even like make national headlines. And so I just remember back in those days, it seemed like it was people who were like maybe lonely, or didn't have a good foundation, or
had real psychological
had
issues.
some real issues.
Real, like this kid was like burning cats.
Right.
Stuff like that
stuff
when
like
he was a kid. Like,
but now it's like
oh, he's just the perfect angel. I would have never thought he would have do such a thing. Like, where did this come out of the blue?
It's like he just went to church on Sunday and excuse me, just went to church on Sunday and everything else. But now it's like, what are the signs? I mean, you asked the question, are we missing anything?
Yeah.
What signs are there really? Because I don't see them.
Yeah, but I guess I'm only thinking on the terms of like, okay, if you have a child that's, and I'm using these words, kind of loosely, when I say words like normal and things of that sort, because we can never really put no certain definition.
Right.
on.
What is normal, really? Yeah, I feel you on that.
So just know I'm using these words very broadly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really taking a ton into context when I'm using words like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just a disclaimer. But when you consider a quote unquote normal child's life,
mm-hmm.
you feel what I'm saying? It's usually what it's filled with and things of that sort. And of course these are just assumptions, but you imagine a kid's life filled with laughter,
right?
Good. So you want your child to have, good social skills, right? Good people qualifying skills, so you get to see friends and things of that sort. So I think about kids have, sleepovers, friends, slumber parties, birthday parties,
right?
That's what I think of. Like, then when you get a child that's, real standoffish, not as smiling as much, not as laughing, not as involved. Could these things be potential like early signs? Not saying, okay, we automatically think like, oh, this person's about to go and shoot up school, but like there has to be something put in place to be like kind of like okay, these could be like some early signs. Let's see if we can try to see what his interests are.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's try to figure something out. Like, what's like, even if nothing's wrong, let's figure it out if nothing is wrong.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But to just, he's okay. Like that, making that assumption, I guess.
Yeah, but see, it's kind of hard, man. Because
I'm just taking guesses.
Yeah, and I understand that. I definitely understand that. But see, when you see stories like that, the first thing people say, well, where were the parents? And it's like, okay, the parents were right there, but again, you're looking at who are committing these tragedies, and some you can kind of see only because you can look at the parent and see that the parent is crazy as bat, So I get that, but in a lot of these cases, how is a parent supposed to know? You was talking about, the normal kid, and we'll just say it like this: the normal life. Every kid, at least when back in our day, it was
crazy to say that right now, dog. Made me feel old, bro.
But I got to, because this is the only way I can put context, since it's saying back in our day, all of us went through ups and downs. We went through childhood. Childhood is filled with ups and downs. You learn some things. It's childhood. Now it's like those same things we went through. It's almost like the world will make you think we didn't go through nothing. Like what the kids are going through now is just incredibly so much more. And I'm not talking about the gun violence. I'm just talking about normal things you learn as a kid. I guess my question is this. Is it a case where kids have become too soft? Or what is it? Because I'm kind of feeling like
I think it's the combination of a few things, man. I think probably the biggest, now that I'm kind of like really thinking about it from a different perspective, I think the exposure to kids now.
And see, that was going to be my other
is
thing.
Extremely high. So like kids are exposed to a lot of things that us as kids wasn't exposed to.
That was going to be my next question.
Like when it came down to but like I say again, hey man, like it stemmed from the conversation we had earlier, bro. Social media.
Yeah.
Thanks to that, you get the exposure to a lot of things, man. You get exposure to like, how to do this. And I mean, if you could look up some of the things these kids probably looking up online now these days, man.
Right.
We'll probably be like, bro, what the hell is this kid thinking about, bro?
Right.
But it's like, I'm pretty sure it's one of those things that just don't get talked about. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of parents that do know that probably ran across their kid's search bar and was just like, no, not my child.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because my thing was, that was going to be my question. Is it that kids are too soft, or they have just been overexposed?
Definitely the overexposure to some things is definitely one of the key contributors.
And I would think so too. Because let me tell you something, man. I and I think we kind of touched on this before. Growing up, to watch pornography, you had to go through some steps. You had to, I'm a date myself a little bit. You had to get with a friend or find somebody who had a VHS tape and and get the tape, and then you had to hide it till the right time to watch it. And of course it would probably be something real old because it was somebody daddy on from 1970 or something like that. So here you are watching a VHS tape of pornography. Now everybody has a cell phone. Now, I mean, I know there's some quote unquote responsible parents out there who put on the kid safety thing and all that stuff. Parental control, all that. But the internet is everywhere. That's number one. Secondly, there's ways to take that off. These kids are smart.
These kids are way smarter than that.
Man,
they'll be glad that you put it on there. Now they know how to take it off.
Exactly. So now, like, boy, okay, so you talking about you can Google any site now, and the things
man,
you see now,
whatever you want to see, whatever your mind come up with now, is right at. It's a double-edged sword. It's right at the edge of your fingertip. So it's like now we can't control the information that's out there. We can only control, the information that's, being searched or looked up. But like, you can't take the information down off the internet.
Right.
But it's just like, keeping that under control now, it just became too difficult. I just feel like, we're definitely beyond the repair of the exposure state in a sense.
Right.
Like, there's no not having kids being exposed to this, and that social media becomes more and more regulated, more and more part of everybody's daily lives. It's just, in my opinion, it's honestly going to get worse. Just for the simple fact, most of the stuff that get promoted on social media, 90% of that stuff, man, is worse than the news.
Yeah.
It's worse than the news.
But then even that, and see, this is something that I tell my wife a lot of times, as well as my kids. I don't, even with the news, even though it's supposed to be informative, can you imagine watching death, crime, end of the world possibilities 24/7? They got,
but people do that all day on social media.
Yeah, and so on
that's
social
all
media.
that's on social
so it's
media.
like, okay, so now you got, I guess, with this overexposure, has it just, back in the day they used to say something like, well, even now, so you see enough school shootings, the world has gotten used to it. It doesn't even shock the world anymore.
Yeah, but I just said earlier, that's sad to say that it's becoming so common now. Like that's
Right.
sad, but it's just really coming that common.
But has it had another effect to where it has become so common that, number one, it doesn't seem as bad anymore, and secondly, has it made people just live a fearful life? I guess it's one of those things that could work one of two ways. Either you gonna be scared of everything, or you ain't gonna be scared of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and I'm more of those people that's kind of like, it's kind of like, I'm not scared of nothing. I done seen so much till it's like, whatever.
I think I'm more so of I'm scared of it all.
Scared of it all.
Yeah, man. That's why I stay away from it. I much put it like, I'm this type of guy though. I prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
I feel you.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't sit here and trip about what goes on in this world. I know what comes with living in this world, and it's some cold, dark stuff. I mean, we live amongst cold, hateful, heartful people. I just try my very best not to contribute to that. You know what I mean? And I focus most of my energy on to other things outside of that, bro. Like, but there's still just so many things in my own personal life, that's yet to be accomplished, that I feel like requires way more energy and efforts than anything else, any other fancy word I can come up with, to describe spending more time on myself than indulging in a lot of that kind of news and information. But again, what I have so many mixed feelings about it, because it's like, bro, it's crazy. That seems like that kind of news is the only news that get repeated, replicated all different. It's crazy, bro. You could take one horrible story and it could go across all different
recycled
through all different platforms. Just going on this one horrible story all day for weeks at a time, days at a time. And like you said, man, I can't tell you when the last time my wife sat down and watched a news segment. Like, I don't do it, bro. I don't fill myself up with that kind of stuff. Pause. That kind of energy, man. That kind of notion. I mean, I don't even, like I say, I'm not naive to it. Like, I know it exists. Like, I know it's out here. All I can do is prepare for that as much as I can.
Right.
And continue to live my life, man, like how I would want it to be. You know what I mean? Not somebody else's perspective of it, not somebody else's fears of life, not somebody else's. I mean, I try to look at it from, that's why I like talking to a lot of different people.
Right.
Because I like seeing people different perspectives when it comes down to this game of life and how they see it, how they move in it, like what makes people do the things that they do and stuff like that. Because it just only helps me know where I stand within myself when it comes down to this game of life.
Right.
So it's always been very important to me, bro, just not to allow what goes on in this world, bro, to, affect how I move and how I see things in this world.
A real thin line between being as far as when we talk about the news, it's a real thin line as far as indulging in it and then being informed. You know what I mean? Like you want to be informed of what's going on. You know, I would think most people want to be informed of what's going on, because if you're not, then you know, how does the Bible say? You know, my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge, and you know, I know it talks about that, you know, as far as the word, but also look at that in life. When you don't know what's going on around you, you can easily make missteps because you're not informed. But then there's some things, but then there's another thing when you're just constantly hit. You know, you're looking at this all day, every day, and so it's like a real thin line. Like,
so after one time, how many more times you need to watch it?
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. It's not even the same story a lot of times. Well, it's the same story, different characters. Yeah, see, that's my brother for real. Y'all thought I was playing when I said we brothers for real, but yeah, it's just different characters.
Yeah, so that's why I say what I say. So why sit there and continues to watch the same story just with different characters?
Yeah.
So it just like I said again, I don't need to know all the different characters. I know the game. I know the ruggedness that's out here. We live amongst murderers, liars, stealers, killers, and the man upstairs blessed me enough for me to experience that in my own life, for me to know that. And I feel like he does that for us all. And it's up to us, for us to be able to determine, like, okay, throughout these experiences, the man upstairs allowed me to go through and saw me through good, bad, the ugly. You know what I mean? Has shown me that, okay, Brian, you live amongst liars. Hey, you guess what? Some of these people might be in your family.
Right.
Some of these people is close to you than you may think. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you live amongst people who may not want the best for you. But you also live amongst people who loves the shit out you, that wants the best for you, that would do anything for you. Like, you live amongst those people too.
Right.
So it's like, well, okay, prepare for that as much as you feel like you may need to. If you know this is a dangerous world we live in, I showed you that we live in a dangerous world. I showed you that everybody can't be trusted. So guess what you don't need to do? Prepare yourself for, those times where I allowed you I saw you through these times, and I showed you that this world was like that. Show me what you learned from that. So because I showed you we live amongst that now. Right. So if something like that happened to you again, it ain't my fault. It ain't because I didn't show you that you shouldn't prepare yourself for it. You just chose not to.
Right.
So after that, it's like, okay, cool. Well, let me just prepare for myself for the crazies that might be in the world today. You know what I mean? Or for whatever it is that I might want to set for my life. Like right now, a lot of things is in the brewing and baking aspect of my life. I haven't made a lot of life-changing decisions, like, family and being married, kids, and
right,
things of that sort. So a lot of things still like is in the creative flourishing stage.
Right. Hey.
I don't have bad days, man. I may have a bad moment, maybe even a bad hour, but never a bad day. I don't, because I set my own thermostat. Ain't nobody gonna get me hot but me. Master the 3 W's. You gotta want it, you gotta work it, then you gotta win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you gonna work it. Then if you do those two, you gonna win.
Let me ask you a question. And I know we're gonna switch up just a little bit, but since you said that, I am kind of curious about this. So based on what we've been saying right now, there isn't, I hate to say it like this, but there's no solution, no true hard solution to this problem.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, you said things in your life is in a baking stage. You're in the process of doing some things. Do stories like this affect how you feel about maybe having kids later? Has it kind of dampened that, or You understand what I'm saying?
I understand the question 120%. I'll be lying to you if I told you no. But more so, it just altered how I plan to protect my family.
Gotcha.
Not more so me not
having
having
a family.
one.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, well, okay, well, I might need to consider this now. I might need to consider that now.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It hasn't just say, hey, you know what? Nah, we're too crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think there's nothing in this world really outside of me physically not being able to have none, or my current lady now being able to have some. Because honestly, like currently speaking, I mean, this is my last efforts of really trying to really have a family.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I never really wanted to have like kids out of wedlock, just having baby mamas and stuff like that. Like I wanted,
a black man, not all black men want to have kids out of wedlock. Everybody ain't cool with that.
Like
for the record,
I wanted to do it. I mean,
do it the right way.
Yeah, I mean, how I was taught what was the right way.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Which is, I mean, finding someone. I mean, that was definitely. Man, put it like this. Find a qualifying mate to have kids with, bro, is a difficult task, bro.
It is.
It's a difficult task. Like, and it's crazy that, I mean, that a lot of people really don't take that task serious. You feel what I'm saying? Like really, like, let me really take the time to qualify this person to see if this is the person that, like, I could even have a child with, even if things go all the way left.
Right.
Because that's possible. Not saying that, now I mean, I'm planning for that to happen.
Right.
I prepare for stuff like that to happen, but I also plan, I'm expecting, hoping for the best. I mean, I'm also going to give it the bestest effort to make things work. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not naive that things could go wrong. I mean, people's feelings change. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just still a person, even if things go left, that like, this person is not about to put any kind of extra efforts to make my life hell afterward.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And then in your case, and please understand, I don't mean this as a negative at all. It just is what it is. And actually, I respect you for this. But you are a person who's very, very strong on your stance, you know, when it comes to what you're going to accept, what you ain't going to accept, which I really feel like there should be more people who have that same stance. You know, I'm not going to accept this. Yeah. I'm not going to accept that. You know, ain't no bending on this subject right here or on this matter right here. And so when you talk about people being people not really caring as much as they should about who they get with, you know, that's something that I see people do a lot of time. They bend on what they are willing to put up with.
People be blaming that stuff on blaming on the alcohol. People blame that kind of stuff on so many other things other than, I mean, taking the responsibility and the accountability of the decisions that they make. Because at the end of the day, it's a decision wherever you.
Man, I was drunk.
Hey, bro, and listen, bro, that's cool. That's cool, dog. We all have those moments, bro. We all get drunk. You know what I'm saying? We all. I mean, hey, excuse my language, and I hope they know what adults. I mean, listen to this segment. If it's kids, then close your ears. But like, bro, we all experienced that drunken sex before. I mean, well, for the ones who didn't, who drink,
you know,
for the ones who drink, now everybody
or high, you know.
I mean,
put it like this: you was under the influence of something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Drunken in love. You feel what I'm saying? That's a drug too.
Boy,
some people would say. Some people say that
worst drug.
Hey, some people say that drug worse than any kind of alcohol.
I had this woman one time, man, and when I say I was drunk in love, I was drunk in love. And you know, I mean, we getting it in, and I'm raw, bro. Like, listen. I'm raw, and she was like, I'm not gonna get up. I'm like, cool. And I knew
I was never that guy.
I knew I was like I'm fighting, like it feels so good, but then I was like, nah, get up, like at the last minute, but so that it could have went the other way so easily for me.
Mhm.
So I might be sitting here with a son or a daughter that I can't see on the regular. And that's not what I wanted for my life, man.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. I mean, I just never really seen me having kids, and I never imagined and I'm not saying I'm exempt of this, but I'm just know that Brian's gonna try his very best, bro, to not allow. I just never saw my kids ever being like me, allowing my kids to be like my demise in a sense. Like the reason why things just didn't go right for me.
You love them, but you hate the situation.
You feel what I'm saying? I ain't never wanted that to be the case. Like, I'm not where I want to be because I had to sacrifice everything for my kids. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I commend those people who was put in those situations, but a lot of those people, if you look at those stories, was put in those situations unwillingly. Like they didn't really want that. It kind of happened, and they made the best of the situation. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I never wanted that to be the case for me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I wanted everything to be like we was. I wanted to always be able to tell my kids, bro, like we was excited, bro, when we saw that stick with the 2 lines in it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you was intentionally made to be here. You feel what I'm saying?
I wanted the TV family.
Like we was in tears, bro. Both me and your mama was just we made it. Like we did it. Like we about to get ready to have a child.
Right.
Not like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, how
in that panic mode.
How I'm gonna tell my mama, man? How I'm gonna tell my parents? Like,
how am I gonna support you?
You feel what I'm saying? But people gonna be massive. For me, it was like growing up. For me, telling my mama what I'm about to have, but up to this day, I'm still, but I'm as grown as I want to be,
something
bro.
about that mama, ain't it? What?
And dog, and it's still something in me, bro. Pause. That just be like, bro, how I'm gonna tell my mama about to have a kid, bro?
Ain't that crazy?
Bro, as crazy as that sound, bro.
And I had my mother and my father
feel that way,
but my mama, it was like I could tell my daddy, but I was like, man, how I'm gonna tell my mama, boy?
Bro,
my mama gonna kill me.
No, not my mama know I'm having sex.
And not even that.
My mama know skeeting.
It's the disappointment. Oh my God,
club, bro! Like, oh my gosh! But it is crazy. But like, she'll be happy for me at this point. But I still that younger mentality.
Yeah,
is still kind of there to where it's like, bro. And I think it's more so of me now, realistically knowing like, bro, I'm not ready for it yet right now. I just
you don't think so?
No, bro. I know I'm not. I really want to be, but I know I'm not there yet. But I couldn't be the father, like that ideal father I see myself being.
Right.
I mean, and some people would say, oh, well, bro, that's not an excuse for you not to have kids and things of that sort. And I get it. You're right. It's not an excuse to not have kids and things of that sort, and to not figure it out along the way. That's just not the story for Brian, man. I feel like I'm just not built for that.
Right.
I need to have more so of a route for me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? At least a direction. Not knowing what all the turns, but like, okay, Brian, I know I need to be in this direction before this child gets here.
You don't see all the potholes, but you got a route. I
got a direction where I need to be headed.
I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I haven't crossed that marker that say, okay, start making baby here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I haven't saw that sign yet. That sign hasn't popped up for me yet.
Yeah.
But when it do, just know like, bro, I am prepared for it. Like for it all. And the crazy thing about like all the stuff that I hear some of my peers having conversations with some of my peers and stuff about having kids and children and stuff like that. It's like, bro, I'm looking forward towards that. crazy cravings, dog. Like being able to be behind my lady, bro, lift the baby up off her testes just to get the little break, all the little
the morning sickness,
bro. I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready for it, bro. Rubbing the feet, bro, making sure my baby comfortable, bro. Like my lady comfortable because she's carrying my baby, bro. Like, I'm ready for all that stuff.
Boy, you sound like an R&B movie, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? The late nights, bro. The baby crying, like postpartum. Bro, like, I'm ready for that stuff, bro. Like, no, you good. Give me my jit. Go lay down. Get your nerves right. We good.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready for that stuff, bro. All the stories all the little horror stories I hear about, bro, right? I'm ready.
Hey, coming this fall on BET Plus. Baby love. Hey, but get back to the subject. So, we but I will tell you, because we was talking about the whole thing with the shootings and all that stuff, and how it affects you, maybe wanting or not wanting to bring in the family. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Looking at it now, see, I made the comment earlier that it's made me not scared of anything, and it really has. It's made me not scared of anything for me. But when I think about my kids, if I had to bring a kid in right now, like I don't know if I would want to, quite honestly, man, because it's like
people would.
I'm just looking like I can handle me. How do I protect you when I can't protect you? Like, in other words, how do I protect you when there's certain things I have to do to make sure I supply for you, I make sure you're good. And just a thought that I can't have you around me 24/7 to make sure you're good, and all this crazy mess going on.
The same way you would have to for preparation, bro.
Yeah,
preparation. I mean, I think if I had to take a stab at that question, bro, the only way how I plan on doing it, and I ain't going no farther than that, and they call me a bad parent, because after that, like, that's it for me. Like, because I can only give you what I know. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't make up nothing I don't know that didn't work for me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm giving you what the Lord blessed me with. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't do this for myself. The Lord blessed me with it. It's my preparation, man.
Right.
All I can show you how to do is how to prepare for this world that we live in. That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
After that, I ain't nothing else because I'm not Superman. I can't show up whenever time a crisis come up. Hell, even if I could, I probably ain't gonna even want to. Once you're grown, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, once you're grown, I got it. It's like, for me, I guess it's just those real formative years, what they call the formative years.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
but even then, it's preparation. Like my biggest thing, bro, as a parent, bro, and other parents, y'all can help me out when it comes down to this too. But like my biggest goal as a parent is what I felt like I wish my parents could have did for me, which is properly prepare me for like my adult life. Not saying they hand me anything, giving me no spoon feed, but like kind of like, all right, Brian, like these are the things when it comes down to your finances that need to be straight.
Right.
These are the things when it comes down to handling your business that need to be put into place. These are the things when it comes down to caring about just taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. These are the things that's in place for you to be able to do that. Now it's up to you to take the time to prepare yourself with these tools I'm giving you. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't get that. I want to be able to provide that for my children. Like kind of a prepare plan. Like, okay, cool. This is what you could do, put into place to prepare yourself for times of danger, times of uncertainty, all the things I know you're going to be faced with as an adult.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But after I do that, there is nothing else as a parent I can do for you. As a child, I took care of you, I fed you, I nurtured you. up until, like I say, your formative years. Now I'm all trying to help you with your preparation skills, your qualifying skills, things of that sort.
Right.
After that, I'm done. Like,
right.
as a
and
parent, I'm done. Like,
I got that.
At that point, there's none. I can only be a fan at that point. Hopefully I can be a proud fan.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I got that part. I guess I was talking more in the protection mode. Like,
oh man,
being able
you
to
ain't
protect
Superman, bro.
But see, that's my thing though. Like,
what you protecting them from?
Just from the foolishness out there. When I talk about protecting them from the outside world, I'm talking about like the story we was talking about now. You know, as far as this, like the helping them with the getting ready to be, how to become a man, how to function as a woman. I got that. You know, I can get you there. My fear is that at some point in your formative years, I wouldn't be there to protect you from crazy stuff like the school shootings and things that, to where it either literally costs you your life or it damages you to where you're like the living, you know, what's the show they had, The Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead.
You're like The Walking Dead. You have had so much trauma to where you can't function. That's my fear. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I could. I would want to bring a child up right now because I don't know if I would be able to protect them like they need to be protected.
Only way you better do that if you keep them in the house.
Yeah, but then that's not good either. So it's like
that kind of protection you talk about, you can keep them in the house. You go to you homeschool.
Yeah, and see a lot of people are going there.
Like I mean to answer that question, like the only realistic way you could really do that kind of protection is keeping them within arm's reach or sight. See,
yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? They can't be in a place to where you can't be there immediately. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can't leap into action. But no, I mean, I'm not too afraid of life to that degree to where, like, because like I said, I know a lot of that stuff is out here, but it's equally, if not more great stuff out here in this world that we don't hear about, that we don't even we ourselves don't even go look for.
Right.
We look, whatever the internet, whatever social media show us, hey, that's
whatever my surroundings say.
That's what we go with. Yeah. A lot of people don't even leave their hometown.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what? And that is very true. I know some older people,
and
I'm talking about in their 70s, 80s. Exactly. Hadn't been out the city. Forget the state. Hadn't been out the city.
So it's like that. So, but I would want my kids to be able to experience that too. I ain't gonna be able to be with you to be able to experience that stuff.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, man, that's why I always try to fill myself up with way more good stuff out here.
Right.
Way more, because it's way more positive stuff, good stuff out here than it's drowned by all the negativity, like say school shooting. Now Trump and tariffs, Marvin Sapp keeping people into churches. That'd be like, bro, like those are
close the door.
But
close the door.
But it's stuff. But again, it's stuff like you say. That's what you're gonna see online.
Yeah. That's
what you're gonna see on the news.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna see being talked about on podcasts, because that's what people want to hear. Unfortunately, sad to say, people much rather hear that kind of stuff. People enjoy that kind of content, that kind of conversation more than saying, hey, man, boy, hey, Jamaica, boy, they got it nice over there, man. You know, it's whoop the whoop over there. People coming together, they building houses. Like, how could we contribute to that? How could we contribute to the positive stuff that's going over here? How could we contribute to the positive stuff? Nobody don't want to talk about that stuff.
Right.
That stuff ain't popular. It ain't common. It's not hip. It don't get the views. It don't get the comments. It don't get the likes, which don't bring in the checks. So I get it. But people are not looking at this stuff from a business standpoint. a lot of these people looking at this stuff from a life perspective standpoint, like this is what life is like
right
out here. So I get, I mean, like why I get why people will. Again, I still battle with, like, there's a lot of part of me that say, like, no what, but it is scary to bring kids in this world today.
right
But it's like, if I felt like that, then it's like, Brian, you ain't gonna be able to have kids.
Mhm.
Then you ain't. There ain't no need for you to try to become the dad that you want to be. Because I want to be able to send my kids out to be able to enjoy those kind of things. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also don't want to be scaring myself into a frantic every time I do so. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I would just be more angry than anything,
And that's what Brian definitely ain't gonna do.
and I look,
I don't like getting angry, bro.
I don't like it either, because I seen what I look like when I do get angry, and that is not nothing nobody wants to see.
A lot of people tell me they don't like to get angry, but they spend a lot of time getting angry.
You know,
They
like
spend so much time listening. Like, I got a partner of mine, AJ. That's my dog. I love him, dog. We have plenty of conversations about this. But sometimes, dog, my dog, when it come down to his anger, bro, you feel what I'm saying? And not just with him, I feel like this is amongst our community as a whole, to be completely honest. When it come down to that emotion, anger, we take pride in it. It's like we want the world to know that we angry, bro. Like, I'm not gonna be satisfied unless somebody else know that I am furious.
you gonna take me seriously.
You gonna take me serious. You gonna know that I'm upset. You gonna know that I'm angry. And people would not take that same effort and make sure it to put a smile on their face.
Right.
You
And we
feel what I'm
talked about
saying?
that, because it's like
we would go out our way to express that emotion, anger. But all the other emotions that we could go just as hard to experience. For me, all the anger, all the efforts that I would take to get angry, mad, sad, I put that into laughter.
right.
That's why I love to laugh. That's why that has developed a cruel sense of humor for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I be laughing at stuff that some people say I probably shouldn't be laughing
Like,
at.
you dead wrong for
laughing at. But hey, I much rather laugh than be mad, to be sad, or anything else. So consider me the laughing villain, because I'm going to laugh.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? It's like this society has made it to where, so here it is. The black man is only taken seriously when he's angry. But then anger is the thing that gets us killed. So it's like a double-edged sword, you know. We some of us, not everybody, some of us, we show anger because that's the only way we can get some respect, we can get acknowledgement. But then that same acknowledgement in anger gets us killed, man. You know.
There was I want to say I saw, it was a movie. A movie clip I had saw with oh my God, what's the actor name? His name is Orlando
Brown.
Is it Orlando Brown?
Has the glasses on, and
he played in the movie Biker Boys.
Yeah, and Drumline.
Drumline.
Yeah.
The professor.
Orlando. No, it's Orlando something. I can't remember his last name, but I know he's talking about.
Yeah. The Drumline major.
He was a professor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was in this ship, right?
Uh-huh.
Had on a purple suit. I'm assuming, and he was on a ship full of slaves.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking to these guys, and he was just pretty much telling them what's to come for them, pretty much. Oh, guess what? As soon as you step off the boat, you're gonna be, excuse my language, fuck. 500 years from now, fuck. and just going down, like, you know what I mean, just explaining to him pretty much what's going on pretty much now, what has happened throughout the course of history. And as he was explaining this to these men, there was this one dude in the corner. He was shaking, furious, like you could see it in his face. He mad. I let him look to him. He was like, see, I like him. He's angry. See, that's good. Angry. That gets shit done. I say, boy, hey. And it's like, it's crazy as that may sound, that anger gets shit done. And it made me think about when you had said that to me. It made that scene had popped up in my. It made me think of that scene, and I was just like, "Well, damn, there's a lot of truth to that." When it comes down to a black man,
right?
Like just like how you said,
yeah.
When it comes down to a black man, it's like, damn, if a bit ain't angry, hey,
he ain't gonna get that.
Like
he won't even be acknowledged.
It's gonna be hard to get shit done without anger. For us as
now they'll play
people,
with you. They play with you as long as you're the sophisticated. You can even be smart. They'll play with you, but they ain't gonna listen to you. Hey, listen, we got to end the show. We gotta end it, man. Listen, thank you for joining us for today on Grown and Throwed Off. On behalf of myself and Mr. B-Mac, hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week for some more. All right, peace.